Well, it's Tariff Day, or President Trump is calling it Liberation Day. Now, this is a little bit of a risky business, asking you to look into your crystal ball, David Brooks. We record on Wednesdays. It's Wednesday, April 2nd. And whatever you think it's been so far, gamesmanship, bluffing, playing chicken, tug of war, leverage, whatever it's been so far, the Trump tariff policies take effect today. I'm going to throw a couple of headlines at you, David. One is they're both from CNBC. Trump's upcoming tariffs will be effective immediately, the White House says. So, he's kind of pulled back a few times, but no, the rubber meets the road today. And another CNBC headline, investors hope April 2nd could bring some tariff clarity and relief. That may not happen. David, what do you see in your crystal ball?
Well, later today, he's going to be making an announcement from the White House kind of defining what it is. But I don't think it's going to be necessarily good news for the short term, for the equity markets, et cetera. There's still going to be some confusion after this. But look, he's fundamentally trying to restructure to benefit the American worker. He's not, and this is where people get it wrong. They don't understand. This administration came in this time around focused on the people that put him in office, the American worker, union workers, auto workers, manufacturing folks, that a lot of blue collar folks that stepped up and voted for the Republican candidate, where traditionally maybe their class of voters may have not done that in previous elections. They are completely structurally set up to fundamentally change where and how revenue comes in to the U.S. Treasury. So they're attacking this a couple different ways. They're trying to reduce our spending, right? And that's what Doge is all about. By the way, we won't have time to get into it, but Elon has announced he's stepping out of Doge here in May. So we now know that this is the initial kind of bang is going to come to an end, as we thought it would. But they're still trying to hit their goal of $1 trillion in savings. Howard Lutnick, who's the Commerce Secretary, is trying to increase revenue through helping them set up their economic policies for pro-growth. And all these tariffs are meant to make it more plausible for you to onshore jobs versus offshoring jobs, right? To create things that are going to be built here in America, to create services that will be here in America. And in technology, it's going to be huge on how some of this protectionism, if you will, is to keep some of the advancements in technology, in quantum computing, AI, et cetera, in the United States, where we control this versus offshoring it to other countries where there's security issues, national security issues. So it's it's kind of complex, but it all aligns. Now, the other thing is understanding they have been messaging as you would expect them to do. And again, it doesn't matter if it's a Democrat or Republican in the office. When there's something goes wrong the first year they're in office, they want to blame the previous administration. That's just the way it's going to be. So they have constantly told you that this is Biden's economy and his market problems, et cetera. And they want these markets to go down, Chip. I've told you this for a while now, because they need to get flight to quality to happen. And that's what we're seeing right now. And that flight to quality means people sell their stocks and their Bitcoin and they go buy U.S. Treasuries because it's guaranteed. The more people buy, that presses the yields down, and we have to finance that $9.6 trillion in debt this year. Again, this was master planned out. None of this is the rhetoric it looks like from the hip. You think all these policies have been well thought out for the last 4 years while he sat outside of office. And again, there's going to be more eggs broke mixing this cake in the short run. We believe the markets are probably high probability heading another 8 to 15% lower in the near term, next couple of months.
They get the pain over as soon as possible.
Correct. And then what he would love is then you get the tax cuts legislated, and next year that starts an economic rebound, and you'd see the markets rebound, jobs rebounding, all those things would happen just in time for the midterms, right? Again, why do we follow politics? It matters.